I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Who's going to sing?
Are you going to sing? I'd like to do some quick announcements. We've got some events coming up that people should be aware of. I've got actually flyers on the front table. Again, we've got SD Republicans are putting on a walk for Pete Stauber along with the other Republicans in our area. That's coming up in West Duluth on, can't remember the date, August 3rd. It's a Thursday evening, and all the information is on this flyer. We'll be sending out information again in Facebook as well as our regular emails. Okay. The other event is going to be a shooting shooting sports. Isn't that correct? Go ahead, Nick, if you want to talk about it, Danielle.
This is put on by the House District 3B Republican BPOU, and it's a trap event.
A trap event.
And barbecue. We think it's going to have Andrews upon Zupp's bratwurst, and you can find information on our Facebook page, or we'll just snap a picture of the.
I do have a couple of these available, so if you want to take them, go ahead and take them. It's not until August, I think, the 29th. So there's some times to kind of free your schedule if you'd like to be available for this event. Tonight I want to make an introduction to Therese Wisocki. She is running for City Council at large in the city of Duluth. So we'd like to introduce Therese again and give her maybe a couple minutes to talk about a little bit about.
Come on up, Therese.
Right now? Yep.
Are you going to fix roads?
That's the last thing on my list. So some of the questions we'd like to ask is, why are you running for city councilor? Give us a little bit about your background.
I'm tall.
Yes.
Can I go way back here?
Yeah, that's good.
No, you can come home. And I'm told that a tall person running has a really good chance. So I've got that going for me. I'm running because I got my tax bill last year, which I'm sure all you guys did. And that huge tax increase really got to me. I started going to city council meetings, commissioner meetings, just to see where's this money going. And watching the city council perform was really eye-opening. It's, as we all know, it's weighted really a lot on the left side. So I saw something extreme and expensive single-party control. That kind of explains our city council. So, and then seeing that there are 6 openings coming up this year, I thought, well, what the heck? I've got time to do this. I'm going to try. So that's what got me there. What other questions? I'm a Duluth native, born and raised here. I've raised my family here. I went to Cathedral High School. Worked for, most recently, CenturyLink, but telecommunications for my whole career for 30 years. And my family is a Wisocki family that owned the Pickwick restaurant for almost 100 years. Let's see, any other things that you're interested in?
Anybody that would like to help her in her campaign? No, go ahead, no.
Yeah,
Encourage
okay,
people.
so yeah, I'm new to this.
How do we get involved? How do we contact you? And again, the primary is coming up August 8th.
2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and there's 8 of us running.
Right.
There's one other person that I would consider even conservative, and that's Sean, I think it's pronounced Savala. Everyone else is way on the other side.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's probably it for the,
So Therese,
Yeah.
do you have too much money in your campaign account?
I really do, yeah.
So she needs donations.
Oh, yeah, donations.
And do you have too many people on your campaign team to help you?
No,
So
not
she
at
needs
all.
volunteers as
Not at
well.
all, yeah, that would be really helpful. Yeah.
Therese,
Yes.
do you want to explain the voting that you explained to me, with the 2 people running for at large? And
Yes, I don't know if you guys are aware of, they call it bullet bullet balloting, is that the term? So when you get your ballot, it says vote, I think the verbiage is vote for 2, but you don't have to vote for 2. If you just want me to go through, you vote for me only and leave the second one blank. Because, you end up voting against me if you put somebody else in there. So that's what they did with Derek Medved when he ran out west, that's how they got him in, by really pushing that. So I guess that's one thing I would just encourage people to do, and spread the word if you want a conservative.
Where's your district?
Hi, Katie.
Well, I'm at large, so I've got the whole city.
Thank you.
So everyone in Duluth gets to vote, so it's important they get out and bring their
Right.
friends to
Right.
vote for you.
Right.
She sounds like a campaign manager, doesn't she?
Yeah. So, anybody else have any questions?
Well, it's important that people know that June 23rd is when election actually started.
Right.
So early voting is going on. Not that I'm supporting it, but
Yeah. No,
people need to know that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Bill Dion. Connie and I are with the Minnesota Conservative PAC.
Okay.
What the Conservative PAC is we try to get school board members, city councils, mayors, township commissioners to help them win elections. And so once a primary is over with, if you're interested, let us know, and we will help you
Okay.
financially or whatever.
Okay.
But it's after the primary.
Okay. 2 weeks. I'm going to make it through the primary,
And
by the way.
they're very experienced. They're very experienced in what they do and how they can help you.
That's good to
So-
know, yeah. It's hard to know who to reach out to, it's, that was one of my frustrations. And I've just kind of met people in the last couple of weeks that are really turning me on to all these groups.
Yeah, everybody knows we have a primary, and typically the primary voter turnout in Duluth is about 15%.
If that.
Teresa does not get in, she will not be in the general election. That means you gotta get everybody to go out and vote.
Yeah.
15% is a pretty pathetic number.
It is.
And we gotta get people out, otherwise you are done and up and running again next time. So, we know everybody, I don't care if you vote early or vote on August 8th, but you gotta get people to vote.
Yeah. Pat?
Therese, you could offer anybody here that wants to tell some of your friends to each take 5 of our cards and let them know to go and vote on the 8th or beforehand. She's brought some of these.
I have a whole bunch, so yeah,
So
feel free
if
to
you wanted
take
That would help her.
Yeah.
And I would argue,
Whoops, you okay?
the early voting, right? We may not like the rules the way they are. Get as many ballots in the bank as you can right now. So everybody knows somebody. Because it's 10 or 15% it will be the turnout, you get to tell everybody, your vote is worth almost 10 people today. You get 10 votes with everyone you cast. Everybody you can drag in, it's literally worth 10 votes. And so make sure they come in there. We may not like early voting, but we got to figure out and maximize it. Get every ballot in the bank. You don't know if it's going to be a thunderstorm, rainstorm. You're in Duluth. Could get a little bit of snow early. Get those ballots in and get them in. If you get somebody that's interested, help them get there, get their ballot cast now. And make sure they know. But it's worth 10 at least. And so you can help do that. And I would argue too, we'll help as you move forward. Everybody who's part of the BPOU here, every elected position is part of your responsibility now. And so it's up to us as leaders in the Republican Party that help you, I talked to you earlier, and help educate the BPOU about, I don't think we can accomplish our state and federal goals without doing that. Because if we've got to take back the power right in our backyard, that's where the Democrats started.
Yep.
They focused on every elected office in the entire country. We focused on state and federal. And it's a tiny portion of the influence. We can't stop bad policies from being incubated in these cities. You can, and we can help you. So the mentality is, there is not an office that we shouldn't be applying our resources to or bringing our campaign apparatus. And myself, Natalie, we'll show up anywhere. But we're also going to do some things to try and help you guys be have more accessibility to elected Republicans on a regular basis. And then to help you build that strategy and how you go out and vet. You got the Minnesota Conservative PAC, they're doing one thing. But as a BPOU, the only way you can meet your goals of bringing in more volunteers is bringing in the new candidates into local offices, and their teams are the most energized and motivated that exist out there. And you only get that on your first election, where your people are hungry and fighting like mad because we're all competitive. So we need those candidates and support them every way you can, and we sure as heck will help you guys as well. So.
Yeah. And if I could just say something, we need to quit being ashamed of being Republicans. We need to show who we are and not, you know what I mean?
So, great point. We've been dissuaded from participating in those offices because they're nonpartisan offices. They're not. Okay? We just don't do party designation on them. There are just no nonpartisan people. The other thing is we can help candidates either overtly or covertly. If they need to carry the brand, it depends on the district where you are.
Yeah.
That's what we have to do. And so just remember, there are no nonpartisan people, period. We own those seats and we can take them back.
Yeah.
Yard signs, maybe.
I have some in my car if anybody wants any.
So maybe people can talk to you about what.
Yeah, yeah.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
When does the early primary voting start?
It started June
23rd.
June 23rd.
It's already.
Yeah, it's going now.
Am I able to do absentee ballot voting? Because, you know, I go to my district and probably the past 4 times, 3 of those times, my paper has jammed in the machine.
Really?
And it has shut it down completely, where they've had to call probably Renee and had somebody come out to clear it or to fix it or to do something. And I just,
Where do you vote?
Yeah, what precinct are you in?
yes,
Where?
Lutheran Church on Good Shepherd on 45th.
In-person voting prior to we got election season now, but in-person voting today is still considered absentee voting, but it's in-person absentee. And so it's open from, I don't have, what date?
June 20th.
Yeah, it's open now, so go to your government center, wherever the county courthouse or whatever it is, or the city has
City Hall.
City Hall. So that's where you're gonna go, cast it now, be done. That way it frees you up on election day or from now till election day to go get as many friends as you can and bring them down there on the next day. So, yep.
All right, thanks.
Good question.